What's good, y'all? Utah back here again in 2019. This video, I have other videos I'm gonna do, but this one was on my mind this morning as I'm recording this one off a subject that I mainly have avoided. I've alluded to from time to time. I've talked about. Okay, in every industry, every single one, it's talk about how dirty the game is when you get corporate involved. Okay, it's dirty. 50 Cent. He once said, this rap game, I ain't selling my soul for this rap game. There's a lot of rappers who talked about, the industry and whatever. Then impatiently waiting. These industry niggas ain't friends. He talked about it. That's 50. Like I said, a lot of rappers. If you in fact ain't a fan of the rap game, that's fine. AC/DC. One song I love, one of my all-time favorite AC/DC songs. Being high, being sold, being ripped off, getting on second class, overlooked. It's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Look up that song if you've never heard it. Phenomenal song. You look at the boxing game, pro boxing, dirty game for a long time. You had the mob rule back in the day. In some fixed fights, you have these different organizations, and then these sanctioning bodies. Dirty game be taking people's belts away and whatnot. Fight game be dirty at times. Even MMA is not unaffected by the dirtiness of the game. You look at your favorite sports league. You can look at the NBA at times, MLB, NFL. NHL, fortunately, you don't really hear too much about the NHL being with European football, okay? Dirty games be out here. Now, I'm a fan of all these industries. Part of the reason I could talk about it. This YouTube game, it's a dirty game. No way around it. No way to split it. Now, I have the credibility to talk about this. Why? Unlike most YouTubers that come out here, now some people be very educational. Some people be talking about how they're wrong. Steven Crowder, Louder with Crowder, recently talked about the foolishness that they had with his channel. Alex Jones got hit up. People get hit up. Okay. Different demonetizations and different things. Some people done wrong with. I know that's the truth. Here's the thing. Most people come out here talking from their own personal gain. Right? They come out here talking from selfish motivation. My livelihood's being affected. Now, I feel you. Now, for their subs, by all means, if you want to support these people, by all means. I was one of the earliest, Patreons are strange. But by all means, support the people. I have no problem with people with success and people getting their paper. All right, by all means. Hey, if my channel blew up and I could make this a livelihood, absolutely. You're damn right I would. I'm open and honest. Because we got to eat out here. All right? You got to make a living somehow. And some people choose to do it in more questionable ways. We'll say that. And some people do it by the pure hard work. I have no problem with that. Some people out here just fraudulent. Some people riding the wave. Okay? I'm not a hater. I'm a truth speaker and a truth seeker. I've seen it all. I've seen it in my time on YouTube. And like I've said before, for those of you who might be new to my channel, stumbling upon this, or maybe you just, seeing this video. I've been watching YouTube, been around YouTube since 06, almost since its inception, right? I've had a channel since 08. I've been posting videos since late 2012. I've been really in this game for 5.5 years. Or six, hold on, is it about 6.5? 5.5 years, yes, 5.5 years. I believe, yes. Sometimes the years go by. So I'm credible. I've been chronicling the YouTube anime and manga community since definitely 2011. And that started like 2009. All right. 2010, 2011. I've been chronically and a part of it. I knew stuff when other people didn't know stuff because there's a lot of people who came in the game later than me. I've done all kinds of videos. Okay. I've watched many people come and go. I'm one of the last of what I would consider one of the last of a dying breed of the original YouTube. And what do I mean by the original YouTube? It's not making me sound special. It's not making me sound. Now, someone young could come up in the game and still be one of the original YouTubers. And I don't mean from back in like posting originally, but what do I mean by the breed that I'm talking about are the people who embody the term YouTube, meaning you, yourself. You authentically are projecting. Yes, it's your personality. You can have a persona. I have a persona. UW definitely has a persona. Come on now. You got to in order to attract the people, in order to approach your audience. And that's the I can get more into the business aspect of an audience. But here's the thing. I've always been true to myself. When I named the term unexpected wonder, when I did that screen name back in '08, I eventually knew I'd probably make videos. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, it's like if I have a channel, I want to. What is a name I can portray who I am? What is the message I can give to who I am? And lo and behold, unexpected wonder. Unexpected with the content I'll be throwing up. I do all kinds of videos, all kinds of topics I discuss: sports, anime, manga, comics, movies, life discussions, philosophical, you name it, I discuss it on this channel. There's a lot more that I haven't even talked about. I haven't even touched that I could. That I talk about on the reg. I can do all that, right? Shoot, I've done some stuff that was out there in the news. I've done some of those topic videos. I've done all that, right? As well as wonder. I would amaze people by some of the stuff that I come out with. Because I'm a veteran of this game, a double OG, been a double OG, I can talk about this game. This game is not fair. Now, life ain't fair. We get that. But this game is extraordinary. This YouTube game is dirty and not fair and how they do this thing. All right. And like I said, when I say original, I'm unfiltered. All right. Y'all come to my channel. My subs know I'm honest. I'm authentic. I pull no punches. It's unvarnished. As if you were sandpapering a surface. Okay. There's no Instagram here. You know how a lot of people be Instagram modeling and looking all kind of pretty. Ain't no Hollywood over here. You get what you get, straight up. For the people out here want to say, well, you got to make your channel look a certain way. You get that bullshit. That's absolute lunacy. I done seen people, I remember Jenna Marbles came up, got millions of subs. Basic vlog content was definitely not one of the best YouTubers. Not no shade, because I liked a couple of videos. But, dog, there's a lot of these people out here that should not have gotten the views that they got. They should have not got the subs. I understand things go viral by all means, but some of these people put no work into their content. They didn't have much going for them. They really didn't. And what happens when you don't build? It's any company, any foundation. Let's say most people who are given inherit a company don't know how to run it because they didn't build it from the ground up. They didn't build it. They didn't put in the time, the blood, sweat, and tears. Now, I'm a fan of a lot of big channels. Let's say a Comics Explained, Comic Story, and Geekdom 101. They did the groundwork. They put in that time and work. And guess what? Some of the best channels on YouTube. Now, I don't agree with all the content they put up there, but I'm a fan of a lot of it because they are real. They're authentic channels. Okay? Become more of a business, but I have no problem with that. That's what I would love this channel to be one day. If it ever happens, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Either way. This channel, I'm from the age before you can make money off of YouTube, really. I'm from the age where you put this because you do what you love. Now, you got dudes out here making it and they do what they love. And I'm all for that, by all means. But this game is so dirty. You got people out here talking about monetization. Let me address that really quickly and what I say about that. Here's the thing. I barely ever been monetized. Never made $200 off this channel. Okay. The way of algorithms and everything, dog, it's hard. It's hard. And it favors the few. It favors, you got people coming out here you hear the term clickbait, it favors the clickbait because in order to generate money, the views and the subs. So what do? You had a lot of these people jump on that bandwagon. That's why you had a lot of trash ass reaction videos, right? That's why you had these ones jumping on the newest, hottest anime or movie or whatever. Bam, 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 flood the market, which makes it hard for everybody else. And then what they do is once they build up the big fish, right? The big kahunas, the big sharks, is that those feed. And it's not that they feed on the smaller channels. It's just that the way that the thing's set up, the smaller channels cannot thrive. It's rare. Unless they get plugged by someone else, it is very rare. Once the game got oversaturated, it is very rare and very difficult to come up. Because people gravitate their eyes to the big channels that they're fans of. And like I said, I'm not hating. I'm a fan of the big channels. But sometimes I'll come and I'll get YouTube feed of random stuff. And I'm sitting there like, how did this person get all these views, all these subs? Sometimes, dog, I have probably at this point, I know it's over 800, if not 900 vids on my channel. You have people who have barely any videos on their channel with thousands upon thousands of subs. And I'm sitting here going, how? Got all these views, and I'm sitting here going, how did this work? This channel is less than a year old. This channel is less than 2 years old, but it's crushing it more than some of the older channels like myself. And dog, I'm not saying whether people should watch my channel or not. I know, and I've always said that my channel is not for everybody. It's a niche audience. It's a niche kind of thing. At the same time, I know the quality of content I put versus a lot of these cats out here who just be running their miles and don't be talking about anything. This is a dirty game, bro. It's a game that makes no damn sense. You'll get videos like Death Battle from Screw Attack that people know are trash. Then you'll have my death matches, which are logical breakdowns. You'll have guys, and he fortunately is coming up like Chuck the Cybercuck, formerly his name is Chuck, who goes in depth with his videos. He's fortunately on the rise, but he should be much higher. Seth the Programmer at least is high, and I'm glad about that because Seth goes in on his shit. See what I'm saying? It's so unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. Then they make it hard. They make it hard. Like this whole monetization when they hit it. Oh, you gotta be a certain sub. You gotta be a certain dog. It was already damn near impossible. Now you just crushing even more dreams. Then the whole thing with copyright. Here's the funny thing. I've never, ever, people talk about copyright. This channel has never suffered from a copyright strike. As far as I know, I've never got anything. I've never had my channel locked out. Why? Because I understand the game. If you don't play by the rules, people talk about fair use and stuff. People had their channels threatened to be taken down. Why is it that mine has gone under all the shrapnel? Been here all these years. Partially because I fly underneath the radar. I'm not a threat to the game. Secondly, because I don't use copyrighted material. I don't be all fancy. See, it's the game. If you want to make it big, you gotta be fancy nowadays. But if you do that, you're in threat of getting screwed over. You see how dirty it is? If you do what it takes to get big, you get the subs and views. If you don't do what that is, you don't. But you don't get touched like my channel doesn't get touched. If you do that, there's a potential that your entire channel could be gone in a night. And they don't have to give you any explanation as to why they hit you up. They can give you some vague explanation at best. Monetization. Some people wonder why they got hit. Dog, you didn't follow the guidelines. Look at my thumbnails. Look at my thumbnails. You don't see a hit. And even the thing is, for those who wonder what, oh my gosh, my monetization get hit. Here's the thing. My Magi the Labyrinth of Magic videos, when I was doing reviews back in the day, almost all of them got demonetized. As soon as I put them suckers up, they would be getting demonetized. And what I said to this also about the whole demonetization game is that companies do not have to pay for your foolishness. Said it before and I'll say it again. It's the same thing as you are a consumer, okay? If you don't agree with the policies of a store, if you don't agree with the products that they bring out to the table, the service that they bring out to the table, store, restaurant, wherever the case may be, a movie theater, doesn't matter. Whatever the economic enterprise is, whatever the business is, if you don't agree with how they do things, guess what? You don't put your money there. You don't go shop there. You don't go to that service. That's the bottom line. That's how it goes. Now, how some of these companies be doing deciding what's good or not makes no sense. I be watching, different music videos and stuff. Stuff is monetized, and they could be saying all kinds of stuff. But other channels, nah, nah. So it's almost like that's where the agenda pushing gets pushed. In the case may be, you just sitting here like, then you wonder like who's making these decisions at top to where they can strike people down. This is a dirty game, bro. I will concede it is not for the faint of heart. When I first started this YouTube game, I got hit up by these troll comments. I got hit up by these hateful comments. If people, most channels, if they were hit up with the comments, I would. People like, oh, they're just comments. Oh, I dealt with one or two trolls. I was dealing with consistent trolls, 3, 4. I just started my channel. I blocked the comments. Eventually blocked some of these guys. Like, bro, I didn't block the comments on my channel, on my videos, but I blocked some of these guys. And it's like, bro, just hateful, racist, just savage, not in a good way comments. It's nasty comments. It's like, what is this? Why? Unnecessary. That can crush people. People, they're like, oh, my view count, because views and subs are so focused and people want those. Then they'll see, I'm not really getting anything. Is my hard work effort worth it? It starts affecting you, especially if you ain't competent, like if you're not grounded like I am in this game. Now, some of it I've taken IAs. A lot of us have taken IAs, but it's been hard for me to come up in this game because it's ridiculous how it's rigged for the folk. I don't know if I'll ever have a bigger channel because I've never done a video. I never intended to make this channel. I just made this channel for 3 reasons. 4 really. First is because I was going to be a voice for those who wanted a different perspective on things, because there was usually at the time a certain groups and camps, and you only heard a small section of the story, of the narrative, of the perspective. I wanted to bring forth a different and enlighten a logical, rational approach to things. Secondly, I wanted my channel to be one to where you could unify everything. You could come to my channel for all kinds of content. You didn't have to just go for specific ones. Yeah, sure, you could do that with other channels, but I wanted my channel to always be fresh. That's why my channel will always survive. It can go to the day I die. Thirdly, it's because I love it. I do love it. I love interacting with people. I do love talking about issues and different subjects and discussions, whether it just be a comedic ass video or a more serious topic. And fourthly, I wanted my channel to be a place where discussions can be had, where you leave my video in a lot of cases and you think, I did not think of something like that before. But you go, maybe reference my video for something. I wanted that to be done. But man, sometimes you just wonder in life, like, am I really, is it all worth it at the end of the day? I've been there a few times on my channel. Just letting y'all, this is an honest video. I'm letting y'all know how it is for those of you who are not consistent YouTubers, who aren't in this game like that. It's just not an easy game. It is not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody. Part of the reason I ain't made it is because of my sex. I'll keep it real. I'm not gonna talk about my look. That has because there are some people out here that, and I know I'm better looking. Some of the guys out here, I am better looking, and they're making it. So it is what it is. But it's my sex, bro. If you're a woman in this YouTube game, there are makeup channels who blew the hell up. I have a friend, and I rock. support, mad support for her. But her channel barely had any videos. And she got a lot of subs in comparison to my channel and a lot of views. Now, it is the makeup game, but at the same time, there are quite a few, the makeup community ain't like the gaming community or even YouTube anime manga community, but it's still quite a bit of people up in there. But, you could say, well, maybe the makeup community supports more. Maybe. But it still just shows how bad the game is. When I've been in this game longer and have done a lot more content, makes no damn sense. Makes no sense at all. When you're a woman in this game, you thrive. When you're a male, you scrape to get by. And that's just the truth. If you also, as much as it's supposed to be about YouTube and diversity, and people preach about diversity and tolerance, if you come out here and start talking about things in a different light, not to people's preference, not to the way that people want you to be and want you to sound and want you to look like, if you don't fit the mold, good luck in making it big, bro. Good luck at that. This channel is a living example. My channel doesn't fall under any just the typical gaming or the typical anime or the typical sports, the typical news, the typical anything. I don't fall under any of that. You cannot come to Wonder's channel and go, well, he's this. This is what his channel is. My channel is a bunch of crap. I got content for pretty much everybody, and you think that would thrive, but no, it doesn't thrive. So what it does for a lot of content creators is, ooh, let me stick to my niche. Then you have content creators, and I've talked to plenty of them, the burnout. The burnout is very real. It is a very real thing. A lot of us have gone on hiatuses. Some of us haven't come back off of hiatuses who should have come back. Some of us have been on hiatuses so long who come back and then go back on it because it wears on you mentally. Some can say, well, you're not really doing much. You're just talking on the camera. Do you understand the mental? You understand the mental? Especially if you're going in depth on a subject. It takes thought energy. It takes time to prepare a video. You can say, well, even wonder, you're not really doing any editing. No, I don't. Would it change anything? No, it really wouldn't. It doesn't change my point. It doesn't change the message that I'm portraying. And that's this is the last thing. Before this video goes on too long, this is the last thing. What happened to being awarded in this era for being authentic, being true to oneself? Why is it that, I love what Pac said, don't have to be all dressed up and be in Hollywood. Why, and for Pac, that's Tupac for those who don't know, why do you have to fit a certain thing? Look a certain way, act a certain way, sound a certain way. Why is the people who come out here and are different scrutinized? These are the people who don't get the shine. And this happens across industries. That's why I opened this video not talking about YouTube, but talking about other industries. It's a dirty game out here. You lucky to make it. You are lucky. And many who make it get lost in the sauce. They get lost in the fame. You got a lot of people start coming up before they get to the big time. They're like, ooh, they start feeling themselves. I've seen it happen a number of times. I've known a number of those people. Then they get trapped in what they're doing. So they keep doing it, which is a burnout. Even if you love something, it becomes work. YouTube ain't supposed to be regular work. But if you do, there's a few different methods. They're sticking with the same story. Now I do that anyways. But let me tell you, busting out a lot of content, chibi reviews and other ones, dog, when you're putting out, in some cases, 10 to 20 videos a week, that's just rough. When you're doing a bunch of different series, that's rough. When If you read a bunch of different comics, and you can say, well, comics aren't that hard, dude. All the time and energy and effort, if you're really doing it on the grind, even having a weekly consistent schedule is still grinding. It's tedious and tiresome. There are times it's like when Sawyer Seven Mage comes on, he's like, "Bro, I did not feel like making a video. You could be sick. You still have a life. A lot of people who are YouTubers have other jobs and other endeavors, kids and whatever else. It's rough, man. It's rougher than it seems. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it is so not easy. I've done a lot of jobs. YouTube is one of the most difficult things on a consistent basis. I'd rather be out there balling on courts. I'd rather be in a ring fighting than consistently grinding on YouTube, especially when your channel is like in limbo and just there on the ocean, not going backwards, not going forwards. That's happened a number of times. So, I mean, I can do follow up videos on my thoughts of how things are. Like I said, if anybody is credible enough to talk about this YouTube game, I certainly am. I've been around, I've seen it all. I've done so many different types of videos. I've taken the risks. I've done videos in various conditions of my life, various economic situations in my life. I know how this goes. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this subject, and let me know if y'all want to hear any more of these kinds of videos, because I don't mind talking about what other people don't want to talk about. I really thrive in the controversial. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.